everyone, welcome to Storing Photocards. As you can see, we have a lot of photocards to store today, so let's just get into it. They're kind of organized into piles, but I'm mostly going to start with the cards that I have only like one or two for, and then we'll move into the bigger stuff. So the first card I have is for this Dreamcatcher binder. I only have a single card for it, which is this ARTMS Villains card, so we do have to flip all the way to the back. Hopefully sometime in the next month or two, I should have all of my stuff for, what is it, Virtuous. I pre-ordered some of the early sets from that, so hopefully I'll have those by the next time we get to store cards. So here's progress on this. I'm pending a trade for Xion, so I still need Geo for this set, and then I think I have Yeosang maybe from this set on the way. I don't know, I'm still missing some of these too. So we're making progress. We're almost there, but we'll get there. The next binder I had to dig out for one singular card was my Changbin binder, because I have this I Am Not card, which is the first card for this first page. So for right now, you can just go on the bottom part here. I will eventually get more of these early cards one day, but they're just not a priority. So we'll get there. It'll be very slowly, but we'll get there. So the next binder I have is miscellaneous stuff. It is in a Loona binder, but I recently downsized my Dreamcatcher collection, and for the most part I kept the sets intact and I'm just selling them together, but I did keep 4 cards. Let me put them next to the Dreamcatcher stuff. But I kept 4 cards that I liked too much to get rid of, all from Summer Holiday actually. This Gahyun, obviously, which is from one of the limited sets, I think. Obviously I had to keep Octo U, and then this Sua and Dami card. Oh, I lied, this one's actually from Rototopia, so we can put that with this Rototopia Xion Pob. And then these 3, which are all Summer Holiday, can go here. I think I said in the video that I was going to end up keeping more. I did end up kind of deciding off camera that I was like, I just need to sell these sets. I need to stop like hanging on to cards for no reason. So this is what I kept from the sets that I downsized, which was not a lot. So I'm pretty happy with how much I got rid of. So I only have one Loona era photo card to put away, but it is a really exciting one. It is a POB from And. It is this Kimlip card, which I think is Make Star. I really need to get better at remembering what all of these POB sets are, but so we have 2 from this set now, which would be 2 of the more difficult ones to get. And I actually, if it goes through today, I'm going to get Go On from this set, which is going to be super exciting and a lot less stress on my back as like a collector. Like, I know it's not supposed to be stressful, but sometimes with these old Loona era cards, it's like a fight for your life to get these cards. So I'm really hoping that that ends up working out and I get that card. So stay tuned. I might have Butterfly Go On in the next Storing Photo Cards, if not like the next monthly haul. Okay, so thankfully for the rest of the collections, we actually have more than just one card to put away. So we'll actually be spending a little more time and I don't have to keep heaving binders around my very tiny kitchen table. So next one is Yeosang, and so I have it just like a mess of Ateez cards, so I'm gonna have to sort out what actual cards go in what binder. So I have 2 Ateez binders. This one is specifically for Yeosang, and then anything else that's like a pull or just not Yeosang goes in that binder. I think because I have 3 of these, is he in there? He's in here somewhere, but because I have 3 of these and this works out as a 3, I might put these in this binder, so we'll see on those. I will put his one that's part of the set in the full set. I will keep that as a set, so that will go in that binder. And I have a bunch of extra cards from group orders and stuff that will go in my miscellaneous boy group binder. So we're gonna put this stack away for the next binder, and then We have a bunch of, this is almost all of his album cards. There's a bunch of digipacks that I'm missing, and then I think 1 or 2 of the platform version. So I think this stops there for that era. So I kind of set up for this, kind of didn't. And then I kind of decided that I wanted to set up like my outfit. So I'm not really sure if all of these are correct or like what's going on. So we can kind of figure that out now. So there's this outfit, this outfit, this outfit, and then there's this one. This one would go with this one, this one. Is this even, oh, it's just colored differently, so that is part of that set. I think he's wearing that outfit in that. All of these are colored slightly differently. So it kind of, this isn't even, sure. And like he's wearing this outfit in this one, he's that one. This is probably from a fan sign, so I think it was like after they took concept photos. And then these 3. So what can we do with this? Do I have, oh, that's gonna be so annoying though, because I'll have 3 there and then a bunch of other concepts. I guess I could do for now. And the worst part about all of this is I'm gonna do all of this and then get more cards in and be like, well, why did I do all that work? Because I literally have more cards that I need to put away, but we'll figure it out then too. We'll see how it looks good. So what if we do these 3 like that maybe? I think this is an actual album card, so like that can go in the middle. It doesn't quite balance out how I normally want it to, but I think I'm fine with that for now. And then we put these fillers over there. Then we can do one of these for the top here. Probably this one because it fits with the coloring of the page. That filler can come out. What are we gonna do with this page? How much do I have for this next page, I guess, is also a consideration. So I have everything in this white outfit. So what if we put this like concept photos here? And then we can do these up top, even though again, it doesn't really match. And then we can put him down there. I'm not like overly pleased with it, but again, there are still a couple cards in, so like there is a possibility of it being rearranged. I don't know why I put fillers in these when realistically I just end up rearranging it all again. I think it's more a matter of every time Ateez drops a new album, it's kind of like playing Russian roulette on if I'm actually going to be able to figure out what is going on in the albums. So let's pull these out. And these bottom ones out. There was nothing as bad though as, I think it was Outlaw era, where genuinely I woke up one morning and they had dropped album details. And normally on like mornings when they drop album details, I'll sit there for a little bit and do some math and calculate, okay, how many pobs would I need to buy in order to actually get all of the album cards if I like theoretically pulled them all in group orders. But I think it was Outlaw where I started to do it and they had dropped so much and it was so confusing that I just gave up. I was like, this is not worth it. This is too much. I'm tired. And I just stopped for like several days until I was ready to come back and be like, okay, what is going on now? Okay, so for this page, I think I'm gonna put this one in the middle, which means I need to take this one out and put this one in the middle. And then the question is, how do we organize everything that's going on here? I hate that one of them is a concept photo. I'm not opposed to concept photos. There's no good way to organize this. I think I'm fine with this. I think for now, like it's fine. It's fine. So put these two on the back. And then I have these two. I think this is a POB. What sort? This is Hell Alive, and then this is an actual album card. So, yeah, sure. These can just go here for now. That's fine. That's acceptable. Replace this filler with that. And that'll be that for right now. Yeah, sure, we can put this filler. Maybe one day I'll make my fillers cute and aesthetic, but it's so low on my mental priority list that I'm like, it's fine. It doesn't register as a problem. And then I actually have, I knew that was going to take longer, so I wanted to do it first. I actually have an earlier era card. What is this? This is part 3. I don't remember what version this is. Let me look it up on my template. Okay, so looking at my template, it's a diary version. So it's one of these, because that's all version A. I'll put this one here. And then what does the other one look like? I think I'll leave it there for now, but I might in future flip this one outside once I get the other card. We'll see. I always say we'll see and then proceed to take 8 years to actually get the card, so who knows. I'll put this filler, I'll just rotate it back to the back. See, we almost have a full page of fillers. I can make this work with all of the ones I pulled out. There, it's a full page of really non-cohesive fillers. I'm sure that doesn't bother anyone. Okay, let's go do the rest of Ateez's stuff in another binder. Okay, so this is miscellaneous groups, and that includes basically Ateez pulls that aren't Yeosang, which is a very large majority of these binders because they give us so many cards every single era. Is that all? Okay, so I have at least one page. I'll have to go get another one. Let's at least do this first. The Polka version set. Yeah, that can go there. And then I'll go grab another page and we can figure out the rest of it. Okay, so I've got several additional pages. I am concerned that I'm probably gonna have to get, I'm either gonna have to upscale this binder or use another one. I've got several lying around, so I should be able to figure one out. So I have this Will era Jongho Target card. Do I even have room to put that somewhere? Of course not. This is at Finn, so we'll put him right there with the rest of him, and then we can move this Seonghwa. I don't even know what version this is. I don't even remember if this was like US Target, whatever. How many cards do I have? So we can do, these are all Jongho, and then these are 2 platform version cards. It's the same one as the orange back one. How many do I have of Jongho? I have 6 of him. So I guess we could do 6, like 3, 3, and then these. Which means how do I want to lay out all of Jongho's sets? I do have 2 of these, so maybe we do it like that. So these match in the middle. Everything else is kind of iffy. Sure, that's fine. We'll do it like that. I don't think I have any other Ateez cards on the way for this era, technically. So it's mostly just a matter of figuring out if I actually want to collect. I think I'm missing like 6 Digipack cards for Yeosang, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about them because they're not interesting, I guess. There's 2 for each concept. I'm like, did we really need 2 cards per concept when they're basically just normal looking photos? I don't know. So we'll see if I actually collect all of those. I think I might just do 1 for each concept and call that good. So we'll see. But that's Ateez stuff. Okay, so next binder is Stray Kids stuff. I do have 1 early era card, which is this I Am Not Han card. So we have right here, which means we need to reorganize this. For right now, I don't really care how the units are organized, but we can move these. And since I have Changbins, that means I'm only missing 3 from this set, which is pretty good. So that would be almost all of the selfies done for this era. I know there's like a ton of unit cards, so let's not even dwell on that right now. I do have 1 set for Rockstar, which is here. So I'm gonna put it at the end here, and I didn't put a page in for it. So I'll put one in now. This was the KM station voice call. They're in a big random order, so we'll just put them in the random order. I don't actually remember. I know there were several rounds of this voice call, and I don't remember which version this is. This was so long ago, and it's been so long since I bought them. I simply do not remember what version it was, when it even happened, quite frankly. So I think, except for I have another round of KM Station, I have Changbin set, it's like a PC and a Pola, and then I have Felix's card for that one. So I think other than that, I think that's all of the OT8 stuff I have on the way for Rockstar. So we can now finally start thinking about 8. If you could see, I have these for the more recent albums. I have these like collages made, and I did find the time to make them for 8 as well. So I have all 3 of the concepts here. So this one, there's the dessert one, and then there's this version, which I think is the accordion versions. So technically, if I took all of these out of the binder, yeah, I'd have a lot more space for actual cards, but I kind of like them at the front of the era, kind of designating the shift between eras. So there is that. I am worryingly close to needing a new Stray Kids binder, but we will deal with that later. I have enough binders floating around that I can probably start. It wouldn't be one this big, but I have another binder I could start. Okay, now I have a bunch of my pulls basically. So they're not, I could have pre-sorted these. I didn't. There's at least all of the albums I have so far, because I'm still missing several versions of the album that I still don't have copies of. So let's at least like putting these away now. It'll be more easy to see what I'm working with. So this is the limited version, I know that. And Hyunjin. So we can take this off. Then we have, I don't know which version is which. Let me look at a template first and see which version is technically which. So version 1, which is the Chukik version, is this one. So we'll put this one first. And now that I have them in here, I can take this one off. I do feel like, because there's so many album cards floating around now, we don't appreciate album cards, but I think we need to appreciate this Chan card Mart, because I think it's, honest to God, one of his cutest cards. I just feel like they're not appreciated enough anymore, you know? The next set is this one, which is the double-sided set, which I only have 2 for. I am concerned about getting these. Again, there's so many cards floating around, and yet people still will be like, well, it's a rare card. It's an album card, guys. I need you to calm down. Okay, we have the 2 unit sets that were actually from the photo book. I think I want to put this set on the top. So we'll do this one. Lino is in this one. And Changbin is here, so Hyunjin is next. So if I can get it in the top there. So I'm missing Han and Felix, so I guess that's this one. And then for this version, this one, I'm missing Lino, so I'm gonna go here, and then, so Lino and Hyunjin, the other one I'm missing, I guess. There's enough of these floating around, it should be fine. So we'll take that one off. I do have, I think 3 copies of the letter version on the way, and then a full OT8 set of the accordion versions, and maybe one of each version of the, is it the Nemo set? Yeah. So all of those are coming at some point from Miyokyo. I just need them to actually come in. They might come in this batch, but I'm running dangerously close to the, like, running out of time on one of my oldest things. So I think the letter versions have come in, so that will at least be this month. The accordion and Nemo versions might end up being the next time I ship out a Miyokyo package, so that might be like a month and a half, 2 months from now, so hopefully people are still trading by that point. There's enough cards floating around that hopefully people are still trading. Okay, and I do have these Barnes & Noble units, so I think I'm gonna put them in the middle just to have fillers in the middle. So that I'm gonna put that in there. This one, Lino. The one I'm missing is Hyunjin and Singmin, so that would be here, and then this one will go here. I still might try to collect Barnes & Noble units. Like, if someone wants to offer them to me, I think they're on my wish list on Instagram. So if someone is offering a trade or offering to sell them, I might buy them. It's just all of the Walmarts in my area don't carry them anymore, and they're sold out online, so I'm not really committed to driving several hours to get those cards. They're just not that important to me. So maybe one day I'll have them, maybe I won't, is what it is. That's all of the boy groups. Everything from here on out is post Loona stuff. So I think we're covering everyone. I think we're covering the whole, all 12 of them with this one. So let's do some post Loona. Okay, so this is the least unwieldy of the remaining binders, so we're gonna do this one first. I have a couple ARTMS things for this one, a bunch of Chuu cards, and a bunch of Yves cards. So I have these 2 bigger ARTMS cards that we'll put in this binder, and then Chuu and Yves solo cards go in here. So let's see if we can at least sort out Yves to Chuu. Throw out those. That's Chuu. I do have all of Yves' album cards. I just don't have all of her POBs that I have pre-ordered on the way. I do think in my over-ambition to collect every single Loona card ever at some point, I'll probably work on Yves first just because she has the fewest. And I think they're going to be the hardest to find. Honestly, I am scouring every single site I can possibly find, and they're simply not around, so I'm a bit worried. So I have, this will be the start of Strawberry Rush. I'll need some more pages definitely for this. Okay, so we'll need 6 for this page. How do we want to do this? Here are POBs. These are, this will be easier to do like this. These have the same back. This one, here's the Polaroid. This one, these 2, QR, and these 2. So we have the POBs. the Polaroid. There's only one of these, which is the QR card. These are the two. I don't know what these are called, but they're square cornered for some reason. These are concept cards. And then these are the selfies from that. There's one more selfie from the stage version, and then there's 10 cards from the regular album versions, which I don't have yet. So for Howl, the way I set it up, which I kind of liked, was I did a spread of all the cards. So these were the album cards, these were album cards, and then these were the Ever Music cards, I think, which I liked. And then I could just like put cards on the side there, which is an option. Chuu just has so many cards, and I don't have even close to scratching the surface of all of them, so it's really hard to just lay out cards and figure out how I'm going to be happy with them. I feel like I'm just going to be in this never-ending process of organizing and reorganizing cards. So for right now, let's assume that I'm going to like that layout again. So we can do, for right now, the Ever Music cards in the middle. Sorry, not Ever Music, these are stage versions. Is there anything that has 3? Not really, which is annoying. We could do Polaroid, and then these two would go here, because then we would have one more stage music version and then the 2 sets of 5 for the regular album versions. Sure, let's do that for now. I am really hoping that she does events with the regular album version after she's done with her tour, because I don't have a single one of those on the way. So this one and this one. That's fine for now. We'll have to readdress this so many times after I get more and more cards. So we do have this page to contend with because I want to fill up spots. So what if we do these like this? And then there's concept cards. Because I think at some point I'm staring, I keep rethinking this as I'm doing it, because there's certain outfits that repeat, like Cowgirl Chuu, so we could do a whole like 3 of Cowboy Chuu, but I don't have enough cards to know presently how many cards she has in this outfit or how many cards I'm going to get with her in this outfit in a reasonable amount of time. So we're just gonna leave it like that for now. It's fine. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm not like gluing these down. It's fine. We can move them again. These are not stuck in place the way I've put them right now. Yeah, I think that's cute. And then we can do this QR in the middle, and these are all things. Does she have like a white? Why is this one so washed out is my only question. The lighting is kind of similar across all of them, and then this one is just really washed out. I have no explanation. She's not wearing this shirt in any of these. Oh, this is so frustrating when I don't have enough of the cards to figure out what's going on. Okay, we'll do that, and then just throw another page in here for the rest of these concept cards. Honestly, I can't even be bothered to figure out what to do with them, so we're just gonna slide them in exactly like this. Should I get like nice fillers? Would it look better? Would you guys like to watch it more if I filled in the gaps with white sleeves or like a different colored sleeve? It just seems like a waste to me that I'm gonna take them out one day anyway. I don't know, because I have them for some things, but these are mostly just like sleeves I've gotten in trades, and I'm like, I have enough of those that are the same color that we can put them all on a page. I don't know, I waffle on it constantly. So then we have the weird ARTMS cards. I have this arch version for both Heejin and Jody. So Heejin's can go here. I have decided, because I'm doing 2 of the Eden cards for everyone, so that means you're going to see it in the front and back for everyone. So I tested it with Hustle because I had enough of her cards, and I think I'm just going to do 2 of each version for everyone. Like, everyone's page is basically just going to look back front exactly the same. I don't think these are going to be too expensive to find because no one seems to want them, so I don't think it's going to be an issue getting them. But I really haven't had any of my group orders for this come in, so we still have a bunch of these on the way. I think basically every group order I joined was with inclusions, so we'll be getting a ton of them. It's just a matter of who I get and how fast I get them. So I think that's the final decision I've come to on these. Do I really like them? No, I think they're weird. The longer I stare at these, the more I'm like, this was such a weird editing choice. Like, everything combined here is just so strange. I think I like these a little more, but again, we could have just had normal cards. We could have just had normal photo cards. And we just, ugh, it's fine. It's whatever. It's cool. Okay, now we have Yves. And Yves also has 10 cards, but she also announced recently that she's doing, like, American press is the wrong word because it's also, I think it's France that the other store is in, but she's doing, like, a rest of the world print. I know that's, like, weird to say. Like, I don't know why she didn't just say US and France, because US and France does not encompass the rest of the world. But anyway, those are going to be all unique cards, which means there's 10 more cards that I have to figure out about getting. And I think it releases this month or maybe early September. I don't know. Supposedly they're 10 unique photo cards that are different from the album version cards for these. I guess I could be sorting cards while I'm talking about this. I think these are all POBs. We could have done something with the backs of these. But anyway, yeah, there are 10 more cards that are supposedly different from these album cards. I think that's true. I don't know. I haven't been able to find a really good, like, description of what the album is because all of the sites that I go onto, the graphic for, like, the inclusions is this big and I can't read it. It might be on Twitter, but I don't have a Twitter and you can't search Twitter anymore without having one, and I'm simply not going to get a Twitter. So maybe one day when these albums release, I'll figure it out. So we have a bunch of cards and they're all not super cohesive. Like, she's really pretty in all of them because Yves is pretty. But what do I do with all of these, you know? And I have some cards on the way from her. It's the later stuff, so it'll be probably over a month from now before we see those cards come in. What do I even do with these? There's so many outfits and so many different, like, times of day and angles and, oh, so much to consider here. What if we do, I'm kind of liking how this looks, so what if we do a spread? I am a proponent of spreads. So what if we'll shove this one in here, and then we can figure out what's going on with all of these. I'm thinking maybe that one in the middle for this page, and then let me take these out so we can organize all of this. How about these two in the middle, because she's holding things in both of them. I'm really working with limited options here as far as cohesion. And at least all of the backs are kind of the same, so they'll all be, like, a little bit cohesive. So with the rest of these, what are we even doing with all of these? This shirt is really cute. So we have a bunch of, I guess we do, like, lighter outfits, darker outfits. That's a possibility. She's wearing something dark in that. That's kind of in the middle, but does that work? I mean, I'm not happy with it, but we could do it tentatively. Like that, and then maybe these are both kind of like far away concepts, so we could put that there and that in the middle. These are all kind of close, and then Those are both. Maybe like this. I don't know. Again, there's so many cards and they're all... We don't have obvious... Oh, this is how it would look the nicest. So I am interested to see other people who collect Yves. Like, what are we doing, guys? How are we storing all these cards? I don't think I've watched anyone put all these away yet. I guess another option would be to put all of these in my 5 pocket pages, but I already do ARTMS and Loossemble in those, and I kind of want to keep Chuu and Yves together. How did I have these set up? This one, the backs are both the same. Okay. Yeah, sure. We'll do that for the time being. That'll just have to be fine. I fear this is going to be, this one and Chuu are just going to be collections that I'm forever rearranging because I'm never going to be quite happy with how they look. So, I don't know. Stay tuned, I guess. See, I'm already thinking, I'm like, oh, okay, so this one is dark, so we could do this one like that. Like, I think they're all cool photos. I just don't have a decisive way on how I want to rearrange them. Yeah, okay. We're gonna leave it like that for now because I could sit here for 20 more minutes, like, rearranging this. So this is Yves for now, before I get more cards. We're gonna do Loossemble next. This is another binder that's getting dangerously close to full. I think what my plan is to buy 2 new binders from Meow Cafe. One, I want to be 1.5 inch, and I want to put all of my Craxy cards into that one because I'm not going to get that many more OT5 sets, so I think like it's fine to keep it in a binder that's not expanding. And then that will free up room in this binder for Loossemble, and then I'll probably just get another one of these 1.5 inch. No, these are 2 inch binders, and then I'll have room for both ARTMS and large inclusions and Loossemble stuff going forward. So this is the first of my one-of-a-kind cards. I have some merch here, and I think I'm gonna do album cards before merch. Are there any more pocket pages in here? No, I did take them all out. So let me go grab pocket pages for this binder. So I think, if I'm thinking of this correctly, I can set it up basically the same as I did for Loossemble, which would mean the EverMusic QR cards are again going to be weirdly on their own, which I think is just going to have to be fine. Like, that's just going to have to be how it works out. Okay, so I have, these are everyone's QR cards. So we have that pile. Then I just have a bunch of weird random cards because I don't have anywhere near all of the group orders that I have coming in. I think I will be getting one-of-a-kind stuff probably through the end of the year. So stay tuned because there's more. I think, I don't want to say this out loud, but knock on wood, they're done, I think. I think the last thing I bought was a Dear My Muse set. I believe it might have been when they announced, they were like, this is our last fan sign. So I was like, sweet, I'll grab that set. And then they announced like 5 rounds of lucky draws. I didn't buy a single one of them. I'll confess, I did not. So we'll see. I think I'm just theoretically like a little delusional because I'm like, well, I mean, if it takes me 50 years, I'll eventually have every single Loona card in existence. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how long this lasts. We'll see if I keep doing this. I've been doing it for a long time. Well, not as long as some other YouTubers, but I've been collecting cards now for like 3 or 4 years. And I still enjoy it, so as long as I'm still enjoying it, I think that's what matters. Okay, so I am so scared to put all these pages in and then try to close the binder. I think for right now, I'm not even going to try to put in pages for the cards that I don't have, because this binder is simply on the edge of running out of space. And we don't need to put just blank pages in it. So right now we're gonna put enough pages in that I have all of the cards that I need. So this was from Everline, and I think this was actually for the Ever Music version because they are wearing the same outfits as here. So let's slot those in here. And then we'll at least have something matching with the Ever Music cards, or the QR cards, I guess, from the Ever Music version. And then we have, I took out 3 more pages, so let's just slot all of those in because presumably I'll need them all. Okay. So the problem with what I did last mini album, Loossemble, is that for the Ever Music version, it wasn't its own concept, but this one has its own concept. So this isn't exactly going to work. Oh, what do I do here? I could just do the next 2 Ever Music versions on this page, because then we would go, this is Ever Music selfies, then the QR cards, and then we'd have the 2 other versions. Oh, but looking at a template, I kind of like, because there's this version, which I think would look better with the other faraway version as opposed to this selfie version. Okay, so let's take these out. And then we can put the selfie version here. Here's just currently what I'm working with. I have Vivi, go on, and Yeosang. I think that'll look better. And then on the next page we can put the QR cards back in. Here. And then we can put this other album version here. I think I like that better. I think that'll look better. So that's the Ever Music version. And then we have 3 other versions to contend with. Okay, before we do the other versions, I have these 2 Hello Live sets, and I think they came together as part of the same event, so I'm gonna keep them together for right now. So since I don't have to think about that, we'll just slot them in, and that way they're in the binder and we don't have to worry about them. This is the glasses set. Okay, great. There's those, and then we can contend with all of the album versions. Okay, so I spent a little time thinking about it. I don't know if you guys want me to come into this with just we're just slotting photocards in, because honestly, I prefer to watch it when people are stream of consciousness thinking about it. But I don't know if this is more or less interesting. But I want to hear how people think about their collections, because some people think about it in such a radically different way than I do, and it's fascinating to me in a super fun way of everyone enjoys their collections a little bit differently and likes to store cards in a little different way, which I think is super fun. So there's 3 cards per version of the album, and then each version has 2 sets of unit cards. So that's 5 different sets per version per album. Good heavens, that's so many. I think the album came out so long ago that I completely forgot that I already processed that this was an absolutely insane amount of photocards. But now that I'm looking at it again, I'm like, wow, this is an insane amount of photocards for the album versions. I can't even begin to fathom what the templates are looking like right now for pre-orders and fan signs and lucky draws and all that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think the plan for right now is I'm gonna try to find a POB to put at the top of each version. Maybe it'll be with the same outfit, maybe it won't. I'm sure there's enough floating around out there. And then we can do, is this the day version? No, that's not the day version. This is the day version, which is the yellow backed. So we can do a pop up here, and then we can do one of the album version cards, and then flip to the next page, there'll be album version, and then flip to the next page and we'll have the 2 units. Or I could do, I guess it doesn't really matter either way. We could do POB album, and then for the next 2 pages we could do solo member card and unit card. I think I like that better. At least in my head, I like that better. So since I don't have the POBs, let's skip that page, forget it exists for right now. And we can do, what is this, yellow backed? The other one should be blue backed. I do not have a lot of this version. So I don't even know how I'm gonna do the units yet. So for right now, we can do unit, and then album version, which I think is cute. I think that'll look cute for the sets. So we're gonna do it like that for right now. So we'll do that one, and then the night version is this pink one? Yes. So I have 2 of Hyunjin's and 1 of Yeojin. So Yeojin can go here. Do I have, there's like some sets in this album where they were all doing the same thing and some of them weren't. So I do have this Hyunjin. This is a set. And then, I don't really know. I only have a couple of the units because I only have so many versions of the album. What are the templates looking like? I think it's going to be hard to parse through them. I think especially right now, it's going to be really difficult to look through them all and be like, oh, this is how I want it to look. Versus if I have all of the cards, it'll be a lot easier to figure out how the units can look the best with all the other cards. Okay, then we have, I need more pages. Oh my gosh. So I have, let's figure out how many pages I need first. So I have 4 different members and units. Okay, I can just get away with 1 and then we can at a later date rearrange. So we'll slot in 1 more page. Hopefully by the next time I'm doing sorting photocards, we'll have another Mail Cafe binder. I'm mostly just waiting until my credit card rolls over this month to make an order to get those new binders. So I should, by the next time we do sorting photocards, have those. So for right now, we're just gonna do it like this, and we'll figure out the mess that is all of the Loossemble cards more orderly when I have more of them, which should be, you know, trickling in over the next couple months. So I do have some other stuff that needs to go into this binder. So I think, yeah, okay. So I store some large inclusions in here too, which means I need my big pocket pages. So I need, I think, a couple of these. So I have, for Loosemble's album, I have all of the stickers, so these will go in here. I do have some of the postcards, and I will be collecting all of the lyric postcards. I actually just currently don't have any more of my sleeves for those. So I have some, but we will get to those later. I guess I want to do it like this. Like, they'll just be stored at a later date when I actually have the sleeves for them. So here are those 2 versions. This one. And since I have a million inclusions coming in, I'll probably have enough to stick another one on the back so it's not blank, but I'm sure there's other things I could think of to put in there. I also have a few shoved at the back randomly here is Stray Kids large inclusions. So I have this from the limited version of the album. And then I also have postcards. I have one normal and then one of them is signed. I don't know what sleeve fits this. I might try to find a sleeve for it, but for right now it can at least be protected in here. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you the back of it, but I might tack them down eventually. But I think that is everything for this binder. And the only remaining group is ARTMS. Okay, here is the ARTMS binder. And like looking how long this has taken me to film, I almost think I probably have enough cards that I could film a separate like Loona storing cards, and then everyone else could have their own video based on how long Loona has taken me. So I don't know. Is there interest in that? Would you like me to separate out Loona? Because honestly I could, and this video is going to be excessively long. I'm like, I love a long video for storing cards. Is this too long? I don't know. Okay, so I have a bunch of photocard size object replicas, and I had thought about this earlier, and I think I lost all coherent thought that I have about it. So I have these two sets, which I think were Valentine's Day. So these can get their own page. Basically what I'm trying to do is I have this empty gap here at the beginning, and I'd like to put another set of these here. I just have to figure out which one I want that to be. Because I have this replica set from the fan kit. I also have the fan kit in here, so we'll figure those out as well. I have these two birth sets. There's also this birth set, and then there's this cherry blossom set. I think I might put the spring cherry blossom ones at the beginning here, because they're pretty and that would look good at the beginning. So we'll put these up here. I know these had physical prints. Are we just not doing that anymore, Modhouse? Because like these and this that came in the set that you could print, like I think they were like sold them on K-Town for you. These were so boring. Why can't I buy these physically? I feel like every single one of these storing videos just ends up turning into a rant of like what we could have had for ARTMS. Isn't that the forever paradox of collecting ARTMS though? Is like their concepts are so cool and their music is so good. Collecting them is just such a pain. I am really happy that these girls still get to be together though. So here's this set. I haven't quite figured out, I'm just storing them separately because I haven't figured out where I want these to slot in exactly. I think these released in February. The problem is I don't remember if Birth came before this or not. I don't think it did. So we could do, where is Season? Season's Greetings is here. So we could do this one here. Like that. And then I think technically Birth would be next. So I have 3 sets for Birth, and I have these replicas from the fan kit. For right now, I think I'm going to do 2 of the Birth sets together. That one and that one probably. And then we can do the fan kit and the other Birth set together. Oh, that's also Heejin. Hustle, is this one? Yes, be like that. Have this Kimlip and this Kimlip. Like, truly the crime of Birth is that we did not get more pictures or photocards from this. Like, absolutely blows my mind. So we'll put that one in here. Oh, this binder is so big. And then we'll have one more. And this we can slot in here. There, and then the fan kit ones can go here. These are, I think, exact copies of the bigger mini postcard size fan kit ones. Okay, so there's that. Then we have, the rest of the cards are the big cards to contend with, so let's get some more sleeves and figure this one out. Okay, before I have to get 2 new sleeves, I do have these 2. Where did these go? Oh, they're up here. So these are from the Volume Up tour. So I do have Chetty's last card to complete her set, so that one's all done. And then this Kim Lip, and then in my next Yeosang package, I have this other Kim Lip card. So thankfully these are finally done, which is exciting. The other stuff is from the Moonshot Tour stuff and the fan kit. So let me find more pages for these and we'll store those. Update, turns out I only have 2 more of these 8 pockets. So we're gonna proof of concept this, and then I'm gonna order more and we can store the rest of them next time because I don't have any more sleeves. So I don't quite know, there's so many cards here. So I have these, and there's the Moonshot trading cards, this one, this set, and this set. So these are the light stick add-on and then the strap for the light stick. Then we've got the actual fan kit cards, which is going to be really annoying because there's only 5 members. And then there's all of the trading cards. How I thought this through before, when I was opening the cards, is there should be 6 of these cards per member. So theoretically, we can do, we can separate out all the members first. So let me try, this is Heejin. I do have, is it Jinsol that I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have all of hers, so we're gonna proof of concept it with hers. I have a couple trades set up on the way. I'm still missing, I think, Jetty, Heejin, Kimlip, maybe? So where are Kimlips? Sorry, no, we're looking for Jinsol. These cards. Okay. So my concept for these is that we do something like this. We do those 2, and then all 6 of her trading cards, I think. Like something like this. Because then everyone fills up a page and we don't have to worry about weird 5-member patterns. Because as much as I would love to keep like the whole light stick set together, how do I do that on a page like this without leaving a bunch of gaps? And I hate to leave gaps because, as you can see, this binder is already full. I don't have like room to leave gaps in my collection. So we need to fill the space. So I think this is how I'm gonna do it for these. So we can at least store Jinsols today. I'm sure I'll waffle back and forth on the actual layout of these as well. But for right now, I've done enough thinking for today. We're just gonna shove them in like this. While we're thinking, my other thought is, where's the doll stuff? Okay, so there's a bunch of pre-order stuff from Doll that is the same size as these cards. They're like the tour page stuff. So I'm thinking, I was already planning on finding enough of these for each member to have their own 8 pocket. So what I'm thinking is one of these could be the fan kit card. Again, I hate to split up the set, but this right now, it just looks weird. Like there's no way to balance this in a way that makes me happy. So I think, like, if we do that and then just pretend these are all Heejin, then Heejin has a whole page. And I think I would be happier with that. So I think for right now, we're gonna leave these out. Because again, I don't have enough pages to do that right now. So we'll leave those out, but theoretically, I think that's how we're gonna do it. So go back to, I have one more page. So I don't remember who I have the next most cards of. I have 5 for Heejin, 1, 2, 3, 5 for Hustle, 4, I only have 4 of Kimlip. I have 5 for Chuddy. So we'll just do Heejin because she's first. So we have Heejin's Lightstick one, her strap card. I think that's how I did it. Yes. So we have this one. Let's balance all the color on the page. And then her with the cat can go here, we think. So here's all of these cards. I'll have to rearrange the pages because I didn't think about that ahead of time. So we'll take Jinsel out, move Heejin here, and put Jinsel back in. Okay, so here's like at least proof of concept how this is gonna work. And then next month when I get more pages, we'll figure it out. So thank you for watching this absolutely enormous storing Photocards video. Let me know if in the future you want me to just do Loona separately, because I think Loona's gonna take the longest very clearly, so we could make these shorter. I don't know. I don't know if people like really long videos or really short videos, so let me know, we'll figure it out. Thank you for watching if you made it all the way to the end, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.